Hello, and welcome to James the Lessons Express Lane, where we get you out as fast as possible. And you can see we got ourselves some Astral Chain. Game for the Switch. One of the reasons why I wanted to Switch was this. Fire Emblem Three Houses, Mario Maker 2, Tetris 99. But again, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to Switch. Heard good things about it. And for the most part, they were right. What happens? You choose either her or him, and then the other one helps you. You're on the Ark, humanity's last stand against the invasion by whatever the hell it is. Pretty much monsters that come from another dimension. The Red Dimension. Captain Daddy, he's part of a top agency group, whatever, that's fighting against this. The way you fight against this is you get chained to a being that you can control. Like, oh no, there was a corruption portal in this part of the Ark. You go there, you fight them off. Yay! Throughout, you're doing investigations, like, all right, well, where did these footprints go? Where does that go? What happened here? And as you investigate, you find new clues. And with the actual chain, it's like, all right, I send my being over there, then I have him pull me across this gap. Because they can float, you can't. So you have them float across the gap, land, pull you across so you get across the areas that you can't normally get to. Or, oh no, there's a thing in my way. When you get some of the newer ones, like, oh, this one has a giant sword. Guess what? He can cut through the thing that's in your way. Or you get the dog one and it can dig for items. And they do that so you have a reason to go back to older missions. It's like, oh, I went through this mission. Well, I can't get there because I don't have the giant sword guy. I can't do that because I don't have him. Well, now that I do, I can go back and do those missions and get to those areas I couldn't get to before. But everything in the world is great. Then they send you to the Red Dimension. And that place is so just drags on forever. Forever. So long would be forever. I just did not enjoy the Red Dimension. They could have totally set it up where, hey, don't go to the Red Dimension. Captain Daddy goes to the Red Dimension, or someone else from the group goes to the Red Dimension and never returns. Like, see? That's why you don't go to the Red Dimension. Then finally at the very end of the game, like, oh no, you gotta go to the Red Dimension to stop this. But you spent the entire game telling us not to. Well, now you have to. Then you go to the Red Dimension. Instead, it's, hey, don't go to the Red Dead, just go. Hey, don't go to the Red Dead, just go. It's very dangerous. You can't go to the Red Dead, just go. And then, of course, you get there, and it's a couple of the puzzles are cool, but a lot of it's like, all right, you step on this square, then you use the actual chain to send a thing over there to step on that square. Ta-da! You unlock the door. Wow, that was so hard. You could have just had me just walk through. Like, really, the 1 minute it took me to stand here, stand like over there, step on a thing, then have the door come down. Way to drag the game out. Again, it's like, it's so cool when you're in the real world because, like, are you doing investigations? You're discovering new things, you're finding people and their missions and helping them and interrogating people. Like, you do all these cool things in the real world. And then you get to the Red Dimension and it's just, God, I just gotta get through this. Just get through the Red Dimension part and I can get to the next chapter of the game. Just gotta get through the Red Dimension, I can get to the next chapter of the game. Just get through the Red Dimension and get to the next chapter of the game. Yeah, they could have had it set up where, do not go to the Red Dimension. It is too dangerous to go to the Red Dimension. And then till the very, and then like sent someone into the Red Dimension, they never return. Be like, see, that's why you don't go. And then finally at the end of the game, oh no, the only way to stop the big bad is to go to the Red Dimension and shut off the stuff from the inside. Well, you said it's dangerous. We can't go to the Red Dimension. Well, it's the only way to end this. If you don't come back, nice knowing you, deuces. They could have done that, but instead it's every single mission. Go to the Red Dimension. Oh, sometimes you go to the Red Dimension multiple times. After being told at the very beginning, it's too dangerous. Don't go in there. And then you go in there every single mission again, sometimes multiple times. It's kind of annoying. The premise is great. The game mechanics are... I love the game mechanics. Again, it's like, oh, you unlock this one. Oh, you unlock that one. So now you can do this. Now you can do that. You can get here. You can get there. You can unlock this area that you couldn't get to before. Like, okay, that's really cool. And then you go to the red dimension and it just grinds to a halt. It's like, yeah, I'm winning the race. Oh, red dimension, slamming the brakes. Alright, well, this is going to suck for about the next half hour while I go through the red dimension. Yeah, the red dimension. Whee! Get back out there and drive. The red dimension may as well just be a brick wall that you crash into every time. Because that's what you do. You're going along like, oh, this is great. This is so much fun. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm fighting that. I'm discovering this. Red dimension. Next half hour, if not longer, just stuck in the red dimension, doing absolutely nothing. Well, no, you fought this guy. I could have fought him in the real world. We fought guys like this in the real world. So why do I have to go to the red dimension to fight this guy in the real world when I fought others like him? I mean, go to the red dimension to fight guys like this when I could have fought him in the real world. And just not go to the red dimension. I mean, it's crazy how it's two polar opposites. The real world stuff, again, you have investigations, you have side missions, you have things to discover, people to help. And then you go to the red dimension. And you just sit there and go, alright, well, here's the next half hour to 45 minutes of my life. Astral Chain, though, is still a good game. I still think you should get it. Just be ready to be disappointed by the red dimension world. It is so dragged out and boring. Again, it's like, alright, I step on this square, send the Astral Chain character to that square. Alright, let's wait for the door to lower or raise, whichever direction it goes in. Okay, there we go. Now we can walk through. God. It's like, you could have just had me walk through. Like one of these... I know there's times where it's like, alright, I can get there, but the Astral Chain character can. Send him over there, pull you across. Alright, cool. Or it's like, oh man, I need him to hit the pad while I hit the pad. So, alright, 1, 2, go. 12, go. Alright, there we go, got it. In the real world. Then you get the red dimension, and it's like, alright, squares only appear when your Astral Chain thing's floating over it. So you gotta have it ahead of you, and then, like, go up. Nope. Oh, okay, there's more blocks. There's more blocks. There's more blocks. And it's like, oh, this is dragging on. It's like, it's not like, oh no, you messed up, you fell, game over. It's like, no, it's like, oh no, you messed up, you just go back to the beginning of the path. Okay. So there's no real loss. And the only reason I did fall off a couple times because, like, you're doing that and then enemies attack. Like, oh no, I gotta fight it off, and my Astral Chain goes attacks. It's like, wait, no, get back! Crap! Just fell through. Because my Astral Chain went to attack whatever was attacking us. Ooh, new sub, holla holla patty! Yeah, it's just... The real world, 8 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. The red dimension world, 4 out of 10. So we'll split the difference, call it 6.5 out of 10. But the real world is so good, and the game mechanics are so good. Story's a typical JRPG story. So we'll give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for this. I greatly enjoyed it. Except for the red world. And even then, it's like, alright, just gotta get through the red world. Then we'll get back to the fun. So yeah, if you've... Although it's a Switch game, so on sale is $50 instead of $60. Switch. That's actually what I paid for, was $50. Because it was on sale. Alright, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. If you guys played this, what did you think of it? Do you agree with me that the red world was just dragged on forever? Anyways, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.